right, good evening. Welcome to the May meeting of the Garrard County Board of Education. I'd like to welcome you, and at this time, I'll call the meeting to order. And as I do, would you join me in a moment of silence? Thank you. If you're able, would you stand and join me in the pledge of the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. You may be seated. This time, I'll entertain a motion to adopt the agenda.
I'll make a motion to adopt the agenda.
Dr. Lamb made the motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Ms. Davis seconded. All in favor, let me know by lifting hand. All board members who are present, by the way, voted to do that. Also, one of our favorite parts, and this is the last one for this school year, but we still have students to recognize.
Yes, sir. You're ready, we'll move on.
Yes, sir, let's go.
The Kentucky Governor's Scholars Program, or GSP, recognizes outstanding students from across the Commonwealth for their academic achievement, leadership, and creativity. Students selected for this prestigious program participate in a rigorous summer experience designed to challenge and inspire Kentucky's future leaders. This year, we are proud to have 3 students named as recipients of this honor. So we'd like to congratulate Walker Morris, Elijah Peevely, and Parker Williams. I think Parker will be doing it.
Trying to get in. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, I was just trying to get a picture.
We'll get you a picture, you can join. Join.
Won't get in here.
The Kentucky Governor's School for the Arts provides talented student artists with an immersive summer program focused on developing their skills in areas such as music, visual art, dance, theater, creative writing, and more. Selection into GSA is a highly competitive honor that recognizes exceptional artists' artistic ability and dedication. This year, we're proud to have 2 students selected as recipients for the program. We'd like to congratulate Natalie Lane and Ashlyn Scott. I don't think either one are here, but still an impressive thing for them to have done. The Rogers Scholar Program, hosted by the Center for Rural Development in Somerset, is a leadership development program for high school students from Southern and Eastern Kentucky. Through hands-on learning experiences focused on leadership, technology, entrepreneurship, and community service, students gain valuable skills to help shape the future of their communities. This year, we're proud to have 2 students selected as Rogers Scholars recipients. They are Emery Martin and Sawyer Sutton. That's it.
All right, item B is site-based decision-making minutes, and I hope my fellow board members have had an opportunity to go over those. Item C is audience comments. I don't believe we have any of those.
No, sir.
Any board members have anything they'd like to say? Okay, if not, that moves us to the superintendent. You're gonna share our bonding capacity.
Bonding capacity this year, or this month is $22,700,000, down just about $300,000 from last month. Again, we appreciate Garrard Financial keeping us up to date on all of this so that you all are aware of what's going on. At the end of the agenda, people will see, if they're looking at it, that you're all gonna have a meeting on the 16th of June to do some training and then to do a review of your facilities, looking at these numbers and what you might be doing moving forward.
All right, thank you. Item 3 is reports, and first our treasurer's report, and I hope my fellow board members have had an opportunity to go over the treasurer's report and the bills as presented. If no one has anything they want to ask about that or bring up, we'll move on to the consent agenda. And I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as it is printed, unless anybody wants to pull anything out.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Okay, Mr. Smith made the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Hart seconded. All in favor? The consent agenda is adopted, which brings us to the action agenda. And item A is a big one. Approved budget for the 26-27 school year.
So you all had the packet and had a chance to see that. A quick summary of next year's budget is it'll be approximately $29 million. Anticipated ending balance for this year is right at $2 million. Anticipated ending balance for next year is $2 million. So it's a flat budget with the effort of keeping everything as clean as we possibly can, showing an 8% contingency for next year. Again, this is the initial budget. You'll have a final working budget voted on in August or September. So there's still an opportunity for any changes there. We've not only attached the budget, but notes that go with it. So anybody who would like to take a look at that in the public has a chance to do that. Should you have any questions about it, Ms. Coffey is more than happy to sit down with you and go over any questions that you might have related to this. This is a much more difficult budget than we've had for the last 5 years. Because we just didn't have any additional money or revenue come in from the state for that. So this one's a little bit tighter and everybody's had to tighten up a little bit on that. So we're just being very candid and honest about that. But that being the case, it would be my recommendation that you approve this budget for the 26-27 school year.
Thank you, heard the superintendent's recommendation. Do I have a motion?
I move we approve the budget for the 26-27 school year.
Ms. Davis made the motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Okay, Dr. Lamb seconded. Any questions? All in favor? All board members were in favor. The 26-27 budget has been approved. Next is to approve capital funds transfer. I'm sorry, approve indirect cost rate for 26-27. Would you mind explaining to those what that is?
I will try my best. So first, let me just tell you that we don't ever use indirect costs. But by necessity, we have to approve these rates in case we needed to. I'll give you an example. We have family resource centers that utilize our site. We could charge them for electricity, water, things like that. We never do. That would simply take money away from our students. but you have the ability to do that as a board if you ever wanted to. So that would be indirect costs that could come back to you. If it was restricted, non-restricted, I'm sorry, next year it would be 14.67%. If it was restricted, it'd be 2.13%. Again, what we've attached there as the indirect cost rates would show you that we didn't charge anybody that this year. But should we ever decide to, or you ever decide that you want us to, we need to have those rates in place. So we're asking you to approve these rates today so that if we ever need to do that, you have access to being able to do it. And it would be my recommendation that you approve these indirect cost rates for the 2026-27 school year.
Thank you for that explanation, and do I have a motion?
I make a motion, we approve the indirect cost rate for the 26-27 school year.
Okay, Mr. Hurt made the motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, Mr. Smith seconded, any questions? Comments? All in favor, let me know by lifted hand. All board members were in favor. Item B is approved. Item C now is to approve capital funds transfer.
So the final transfer for this year will be $1.141 million. $242,000 of that is will be for buses. About $900,000 will go to facilities uses that we can cover that way, which again frees up general fund money, which we're always glad to be able to do. This fund request has been attached again for anybody who would like to take a look at it. We're more than happy to let them do that. Based on that and the recommendations that I have from Ms. Coffey, it would be my recommendation that you approve the capital funds transfer.
Thank you, sir. You've heard the recommendation. Do I have a motion?
I move we accept the capital funds transfer.
Okay, Ms. Davis made the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Hurt seconded. Any comments? Oh, you want to vote?
I was just ready to vote.
All right, let's do it. All board members were in favor. I thought you were raising your hand to say something. Item D is to approve property auto umbrella insurance for the 26-27 school year.
So we're always interested in what our rates are going to be for the coming year. So what you have in front of you right now are the two quotes that we have. This current year, we're with Liberty Mutual, and in parentheses, you'll see what our rates were for this year, $452,000. If we had stayed with Liberty, this coming year would have been $532,000. We have a bid from Obsidian that is at $473,600. Based on that, it would be my recommendation that you accept that bid for our liability insurance for the 26-27 school year.
Okay, thank you. You've heard the recommendation. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion, we approve the property auto umbrella insurance for the 26-27 school year.
Okay, Mr. Hurt made the motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, Mr. Smith seconded. All in favor, let it be known by lifted hand. All board members were in favor. Item E is to approve workers' comp insurance for the 26-27 school year.
And this one's a little bit heavier hit to us. You have three bids that you see there. You'll see what our current year bid is. With Hartford at $62,000, we're going to double that for the coming year, even with the best offer that we have. But those are the offers that we have, and that's what we're dealing with. So based on the bids that we received and the offers that were made to us, it would be my recommendation that you approve Encovia for the workers' comp insurance for the 26-27 school year.
Thank you, sir. You've heard the recommendation. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve Encovia for the workers' comp insurance for the 26-27 school year.
Mr. Smith made the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Hurt seconded. All in favor? All board members were in favor, which brings us to item F, is to approve student accident insurance for the 26-27 school year.
This time, again, you have three bids in front of you. The current bid for this year, or the current cost that we're paying this year, $68,600. An offer from Zurich American for next year, $68,900. So it's just a little over $300 increase of the offers that we have. That's the best one. So it'd be my recommendation that you approve Zurich American for student accident insurance for the 26-27 school year.
Thank you, sir. You've heard the recommendation. Do I have a motion?
I move we approve the student accident insurance for the 26-27 school year.
Ms. Davis made the motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Dr. Lamb seconded. Any questions?
I'm assuming the coverages are about the same in all three?
Yes. Actually, on some of the ones that we saw before, it's a good question. So if you go back to D, we're actually getting a better coverage than we had last year. And with the student accident, it's the same.
Anybody else? Dr. Lamb, you ready to vote?
I'm ready.
All in favor? All board members were in favor. Motion is passed. Item G is to approve memorandum of understandings with Wilderness Education Project.
So just to take a second here, Wilderness Education Project is a 501c3, and they function primarily off of grants that they're able to get from the state or more likely from the federal level. And we have been fortunate to develop a strong relationship with them. We just are tying up some grant work where we had students who were able to do an apprenticeship that they have created for us. And so they've been very good for us. If you'll remember, a couple of years ago, we applied for a $6 million grant for counselors, and they are the group that wrote that for us. And so they've been very gracious to us as a 501c3. Obviously, they're not making lots of money, but they are funneling that back to the world of education, and we're very appreciative of that. One of the things that they approached us about was the idea of paying some of their salaries through our system. No money on our part, just paying salaries on their behalf. And so there are 3 MOUs that are attached there that we would like to ask for your approval on. Because we do that, they do give us an incentive. And for you all this year would be $19,582.04. Really hard to turn that down, in my opinion. So it would be my recommendation that you approve of the MOUs for the Wilderness Education Project.
Okay, thank you. You've heard the recommendation. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion, we approve the MOU with the Wilderness Education Project.
Thank you. Mr. Hurt made the motion. Do I have a second?
I second the motion.
Ms. Davis seconded. Any questions? Anybody against receiving $19,000? All in favor? All board members were in favor. Item G is approved. Item H is to approve ABA 2 MOU with Wilderness Education for 2026 to 28 school year.
So continuing down the same path, they contacted us and said, we've got a little extra money, would you like it? And Dr. Gresham said, if you're going to twist our arm, we'll take it. And it will require a little bit of work on one of our staff members to gather some data for them, but it won't be very hard, and we'll be able to take that money and help compensate our staff with that. So $15,458 a year for each of the next 2 years is an agreement that we would enter here with this MOU, again, with Wilderness Education Project. It would be my recommendation that you approve of this MOU with Wilderness Education Project for the ABA 2 program for the 26 through 28 school years.
Thank you, sir. You've heard the recommendation. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay. Dr. Lamb made the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Hurt seconded. Anybody got any questions? All in favor?
Wait.
Whoa, I'm sorry.
Will the full 15,000 go to the staff for the data?
Yes. No.
That probably, we're gonna look at creating a $3,000 stipend. So it will be about a $12,000 benefit to general fund for us going into this.
Okay, I'm sorry. Anybody else? All in favor? All board members were in favor, which brings us to item I, to approve a shortened school day for a high school student.
As you all know, anytime we do this, there's been an ARC and a doctor's note that has requested this. That's no different here. It would be my recommendation that you approve of this shortened school day for a GCHS student.
Thank you, sir. You've heard the recommendation. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the shortened school day for the GCHS student.
Thank you. Mr. Smith made the motion. Do I have a second?
I second the motion.
Ms. Davis seconded. And I'm assuming this is for next year?
I think it's going to finish out, well, it would have finished out this year, so we already have them there.
Oh, I got
doing that, but KDE will approve it, and then if it needs to carry forward, it
Oh, I
can.
got you. Okay, thank you. Anybody else have a question? All in favor? All board members were in favor. Item I is approved. Item J is to approve a certified evaluation plan for the 26-27 school year.
Our 50/50 committee met this year and did a slight update to the certified evaluation plan. If I start to get this wrong, Dr. Gresham could correct me on this, but it was primarily to look at staff members who might become ill during the year and they're not able to complete the certification or the evaluation process. This was just to clean that up, to make sure that it was clear to everyone that when you can't be in school due to an illness, that the evaluation piece no longer has to be considered something that moves on at that moment. So it's just to clarify something that everybody would understand from a practical standpoint, but this makes it a little more clear for anybody who's involved with that. So it'd be my recommendation that you approve of the certified evaluation plan for the 26-27 school year.
Thank you, sir. You've heard the recommendation. Do I have a motion?
I move we approve the certified evaluation plan for 26-27 school year.
Thank you. Ms. Davis made the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Hart seconded. Any questions? All in favor? All board members were in favor. Item J is approved. Item K is to approve professional development plan for the 26-27 school year.
So every year we have to determine what's going to happen with professional development of our staff. And so a plan has been put together. You have a group of people who do a great job of doing that and figuring out how that's going to work. And so we would just like to have your approval on that. So it would be my recommendation that you approve the PD plan for the 26-27 school year.
Thank you, sir. You've heard the recommendation. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion we approve the certified evaluation plan for the 26-27 school year.
Thank you. Mr. Hart made the motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Dr. Lamb seconded. Any questions? All in favor, let me know by lifted hand. All board members were in favor, which brings us to item L to approve fidelity bonds for central office staff.
You have two individuals who work in our central office staff who need to have fidelity bonds on a yearly basis. It's that time of the year. The bonds are listed there for both Ms. Coffey and Ms. Naylor. So I would recommend the approval of the fidelity bonds for these central office staff.
Thank you, sir. You've heard the recommendation. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the fidelity bonds for the central office staff.
Thank you. Mr. Smith made the motion. Do I have a second?
I second the motion.
Ms. Davis seconded. Any questions? All in favor, let me know by lifted hand. All board members were in favor. Item L is approved. Item M is to approve surplus for the high school band items.
Band director came to us and said that they would like to surplus this out in order to do some bid on this, see if they could recapture some money. And so we would like to have this surplus so that they can do that. Potential of about $5,000 coming back to the program, which is really good for them. It'll help them with the program for the coming year. So based on that, I would recommend approval of surplusing the GCHS band items.
Thank you, sir. You've heard the recommendation. Do I have a motion?
I move that we approve the surplus of GCHS band items.
Thank you. Ms. Davis made the motion. Do I have a second?
I will second the motion.
Dr. Lamb made the second. Any questions? All in favor? All board members were in favor. Item M is approved. Item N, is to approve a title change for Director of Federal Programs to Assistant Superintendent.
You hired a new superintendent and
Well, he's not new.
he is a new superintendent. So he gets to go to all that training next year, just like everybody else does. So you've hired that position, and then I think there were some recommendations that came from the board about changing the title of the position. So after consultation with Dr. Gresham and with you all, it seemed like that was an acceptable thing to do. The assistant superintendent job description is attached for you. It is not a salary number change, so you're not looking at a salary increase. It's more of a title change and clarification. In the future, should there be a reason to come back and change what the job description looks like, you'll be given that opportunity to do the same. So I tagged it this way intentionally, that the new superintendent has recommended approval of the name change with the Director of Federal Programs to the Assistant Superintendent.
All right, you've heard the recommendation from the new superintendent for this. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we change the title from Director of Federal Programs to Assistant Superintendent.
Dr. Lamb made the motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Richard Smith seconded. Any questions? All in favor? All board members were in favor. Item N is approved, which brings us to item 6.
I'll make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Mr. Smith made a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Hurd seconded. All in favor? Thank you. We are adjourned. Thank you all.